Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty 360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. Wanted to introduce you to J.R. Slubowski. He is the Associate Vice President of Strategic Consulting at Kobie, and he is going to be a speaker at the 2024 Loyalty Expo. And this is another one of our Loyalty Expo preview speaker series. These are speakers that will be presenting at the Loyalty Expo in Orlando from June 4th to the 6th. J.R., very nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And I forgot to add that it's Dr. J.R. Slubowski. He's the Associate Vice President of Strategic Consulting at Kobie.
Yes.
Now we're good.
That's correct. That's correct.
Good. Well, first off, can you give us a brief introduction to Kobie, what you do, what the company does, and what you do for the company?
Sure, absolutely. So Kobie delivers market-leading end-to-end loyalty solutions that are really designed to craft customer loyalty experiences for some of the world's most successful brands. We do that with a strategy-led, technology-enabled approach that really gets at the core of what drives us to be loyal on an emotional level. Really do that so ultimately we can work to grow enterprise value through loyalty with our clients. So I'm an AVP of strategic consulting, as you mentioned. And in that role, I oversee our financial services and our travel and hospitality portfolios from a strategy and a strategic services perspective. But I also have another role that I think is even more relevant to me talking at Loyalty Expo, and that's that I lead a research center of excellence. So any research we do at Kobie on behalf of our clients, whether it's emotional loyalty research, it's loyalty experience research, it's program features and benefits research, or program construct research, et cetera. I tend to be involved in every single one of those projects. So,
okay. Kobie had a research project that you put out this year. It was a consumer research report that analyzed data from over 4,000 North American consumers to understand how loyalty programs are perceived and why or why not they feel connected to the brand. Briefly, can you tell us a bit more about the findings that you're going to discuss during your presentation?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So the presentation is really going to focus on 5 key areas of exploration that we centered on in our most recent loyalty study. The previous study that we conducted, we collected really broad set of information. So we cast a really wide net. In this one, we knew there were some really specific topics we wanted to dive into. And so those will be the focus of what I plan to talk about at Loyalty Expo. We'll look at what consumers want when it comes to the loyalty programs, what they want from a communications perspective, features and benefits, et cetera. We'll also look at how they perceive personalization. That was a big topic that we wanted to try to understand more thoroughly from a consumer perspective. We'll look at ways to engage them in between transactions, which is something we hear more and more from our clients, our loyalty marketing clients, that they're trying to do to try to engage more in between transactions, particularly if transaction frequency is a little bit lower. And then we'll also dive a little bit into status and tier structures, as well as rounding out the discussion with some new loyalty innovations and their capability to potentially drive loyalty either in positive or even in negative ways.
Okay. And who would benefit most from attending the session at the 2024 Loyalty Expo?
So I think any loyalty marketing practitioner wants to geek out talking about consumer research and its underlying psychology or psychological theories, or even those that just want to learn what consumers are thinking when it comes to the programs that they're in, and then be able to use those insights to focus their efforts as they manage, optimize, or really evolve their programs going forward.
Okay. And what are a few key takeaways that those who attend can expect to learn?
So I think participants can expect to learn, will be able to learn that they might need to focus more on optionality in their programs. This has been a trend we've been tracking for a while. Above all else, we really are seeing members starting to crave choice and freedom from their programs that they engage with the most, or even the ones they engage with casually. So being able to understand how to infuse some optionality into the experience is one of the things I think that they'll learn. I think that they'll learn that they may need to think about finding appealing alternatives to cash back. We know that cash back is what consumers want. They will say they want it in every single survey I've conducted. But that doesn't mean as loyalty marketing professionals, we want them to want it. Because there's some signs about how cash operates in programs, creating a transactional mindset, et cetera, that I think can do a disservice when it comes to trying to drive engagement and loyalty. And I think finally another big takeaway will be around tiers and how we can get smarter about using tiers within the context of programs. So we know that status and tier structures are some of the strongest loyalty levers we have in the programs that we run to really drive a deeper, more emotional kind of loyalty. But we still need to use those intelligently in order to amplify emotional loyalty for your members. So I think they'll learn ways to think about tier structures a little bit more differently, and how to then use them in ways that aren't going to undermine their whole purpose, which is really driving a deeper level of engagement.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today. It was great getting to know you, and also very interesting to hear about what you're going to be presenting at the conference. Looking forward to sitting in on that session and learning more.
All right, awesome. Great. Looking forward to it too. Thank you.
Absolutely. And all the listeners, make sure you visit the website today to learn more about the Loyalty Expo. Sign up for this session, and look forward to seeing everyone in Orlando in a couple weeks. Until then, have a wonderful day.